In Come to 10, we have low stakes learning, and those are what we call challenges. And challenges are designed for you to be able to practice and have an opportunity to feel not much pressure, but to build towards the assignments and also just additional chances for you to, exercise the muscle related to public speaking. So there are 20 challenges that you can see here on our screen. And if you will notice, there are some overlapping ones. One is we have 5 of the 20 that are practice videos that you would complete prior to turning in your speech. So in week one, we have a speech of introduction. And as you're preparing for that assignment before your audience comes, we would encourage you to practice. If you were to record yourself practicing that speech from beginning to end 3 different times, then you upload that to YouTube and then send us the link. That could count as one of your challenges. So you could do that for the speech of introduction, the informative speech, the advocate speech, the pitch speech, the toast. So those are 5 of the 20 options are to do the practice speeches. In addition to those, we have 3 impromptu speeches. Those are set up like a quiz. You open the assignment, and once you open the assignment, a timer gets started. So we give you 10 minutes to choose from 3 topics, record yourself delivering the speech, uploading that to YouTube, and then submitting the link to us. The impromptu speech, I think, is a good opportunity to practice speaking on your feet, especially if you are somebody who's a skilled speaker. This might be something that you don't have a lot of experience with and would want to rehearse or practice. So, different impromptu speeches have different topics. Some of them are questions, some of those are words, some of those are we ask that you practice, doing Monroe's motivated sequence. Which is the organizational pattern that you would use for the pitch speech. So you get to practice different types of skills. One of the things that you might notice is that there are 2 different Speaking Center challenge opportunities. So, the Department of Communication Studies just launched something called the Speaking Center officially this year, university wide. This is not something that you would do at the Learning Center. This is not something that you would do with a success coach. You would specifically work with an instructor of COM210, and we have 2 different types of appointments. One is a planning appointment and one is a delivery appointment. So you might meet with one of our graduate students, and we meet in person in the Letterman building, or we meet online on Zoom, and we can help walk you through choosing a topic, organizing your ideas, doing research. That is a good option as you're beginning the preparation stages. After you have already done those and you're in the rehearsal process, then you could have a delivery appointment. And at the delivery appointment, you would practice the speech, you would stand up, deliver your speech, and then they would give you lots of different types of feedback on how to improve your delivery associated with the presentation. So those are 2 different types of appointments. It does not work for you to have a planning appointment at 1 o'clock and then at 1:30 a delivery appointment because you would need time between your planning appointment to do the advice that was solidified between you and a lab instructor to come back and then practice the speech because at that point it would be done. So if you're going to use the Speaking Center as a couple different options, you're going to need to have time in between the planning appointment challenge and the delivery appointment challenge. So those are those 10 assignments, and I wanted us to take a look at where you would see those. So here is week 1 in COM210, and what you will notice is that, it'll go through the objectives and the overview, and you can see the links to the syllabus or how to contact us. And then you're going to see there's a to-do list. So for week 1, we ask that you do quiz 1 and quiz 2, and you're going to do your speech of introduction. So the only assignment that is required or not required, but that you can only turn in week 1 is the practice videos. But you can do any of the other types of challenges that are associated with it. So you will find that this is a little plus sign on this page. And if you click on it, it will show you those that are remaining. So each week you will have a different home page. This is week 1, then we'll go to week 2, week 3, and it'll have different elements associated with it. But at the bottom, it'll have you all of the remaining options that are available for you in the challenge credit. We will periodically have, sometimes students are like, how do I know how many challenges that I've completed? And I always encourage you to just go to your grade book and count the number of checks you have. And that's how you'll know if you are close to your 10 mark. You do not have to complete 10 challenges. You get credit for the challenges that you complete. So if you completed 9 of them, you would do well in the category. You would get 100, and they're each worth 10 points. So you would get 90 points, and that would be great out of 100 points. But we really want you to try to maximize your points. And so we would encourage you to, try to get all of them. So that you can get 100 out of 100. But however many you do, you get points for. So sometimes students are like, I don't want to fail the class if I don't do 10. That's not the case. You can do 2, you can do 10. I think we should all strive for 10. Okay, so that's how challenges work. Let me know if you have any questions. We look forward to watching you practice.